Single moms are making men walk away from marriage, from manhood. It's a bold statement. Let's see if it's true.
The dumbest thing a man can do is date a single mom, and I'm saying this as a single mom myself.
Never date a single mom, especially a struggling one. Bro, this is reason number 34 on why to leave them chicks alone.
Second you become a mother, your value in the marketplace of dating is completely lowered.
Dating a single mom is a terrible idea. You know why? Everything that is wrong with modern women, they got more. There are different versions of modern women. Entitled women, delusional women, divorced and delusional women, and then single delusional moms. There is a long list, but we have a video to deal with. Men are fast walking away from single moms. It's like an unwritten rule to avoid single moms. The crazy thing is that the single moms pushed the men away. What is important to know about this situation is that several women agree that men should walk away from single moms. You have got to keep your emotions bottled up, just like me. Before you see this, we get to hear a lot of craps from modern women, and this right here is just another one.
So I want to talk about something that's been really, really annoying me lately.
Let's
This
hear it.
is going to be It's About Men, but single mom version. So something that's been getting under my skin is men not understanding what it means to be a single mom. So as a single mom, a single working mom, I have my plate full to...
All right, see, you know what? I don't need to understand it. I really don't. I'm not a woman, and I will never be a single mother. It's like I don't really need to understand it. I will never commit to a single mother. I'll never... See, now she's gonna go on this rant about how hard her life is, and you can already see it. I have my plate full to the maximum. Why are you telling me this? This isn't my problem. I didn't knock you up. Go tell the baby daddy this and try to get him back. I don't know. It's just really don't need to hear it, do I? I don't need to understand it even. I have my plate full to the maximum. Yeah, I mean, you probably could have thought about that before you got knocked up, right? It's not my problem. When we were young, we all learned about how to practice safe sex, you know. For me, I think I learned it as early as 5th grade. I do recall that being the big deal. That was the big thing. Like, oh, once you get to 5th grade, they're going to sit you down one day and they're going to give you this presentation on safe sex and all these things. And yeah, here's the thing. It's like women absolutely have quicker and more instant access to sex if they so choose. So they need to make a class specifically to women on this shit, because they need to tell them, listen, ladies, it's a lot easier for you to have sex than it is for men. So with that ease of access is going to come a lot of responsibility, and you need to make sure you are doing it safe. And I'm saying men absolutely, you know, they need to do it as well. But it's like, as a woman, you do realize if you tell a man he can't do this without wrapping it up, he can't do it. So I don't need to understand what it's like to be a single mother. I really don't.
the maximum, right? I don't have free time. The time that I do have free, I just want to relax. So one, I get it. I'm single. Yes. Do I want to date? Sure. If I meet the right person, right? But if you invite me out for a dinner or drinks, especially during the weeknight, come on. You know I have things to do. I'm sure you have things to do the next day. I have a child to take care of.
Thanks.
I can't just go out late at night just whenever, right? So you have to take that into consideration. So if you're really going to invite me out, one, make it worth my time. And what do I mean by make it worth my time? Just don't invite me out to dinner and drinks. Get creative. Invite me out for an activity. Do something different. Do something that's going to be worth my time and effort. I am taking time out of my evening to meet.
You're really not in the position to be calling the shots here, are you, lady? Jasmine, as you can see here, I believe that's her name. You're not in the position to be calling the shots here. And any guy who asks you out, whether that be for, you know, dinner or a coffee date or even a walk, you should be thankful that he's giving you a shot. It's the same thing in a video I covered the other day. It's like this guy was committed to a woman who was infertile. And she ended up divorcing him. She ended up leaving him. And it's like, this guy didn't have to stick with you through this. So we have men out here dating women who are infertile, dating women who are single mothers, dating women who are ran through, dating women who have just come off of OnlyFans, dating women who have a past of being recorded, doing you know what, and being uploaded on the internet. We have men coming out here being Captain Save-A-Hose and helping these women through their struggles and their past, or what they're dealing with currently. And so these women need to be getting on their knees, expressing how grateful they are for these men. But they don't do that, and a lot of times they even end up leaving them and divorcing them. So it doesn't pay to save these chicks, to come in and be this guy who's here to save the day. It just doesn't really work out, and it's not advantageous for you. So, and it's like a woman like this, she still thinks she can be disqualifying. This is how you're going to end up 40 and still single, and just you and the child. You're out here disqualifying? No. You need to be qualifying. You'd be like, oh, that's a good thing about him. I like that. Yeah, maybe that's not something that I would have historically accepted or tolerated, but you know what? Things have changed. I'm a single mother now and I'm older. Let me be a little bit less strict on my standards. This is what happens is these women, they get older, they become single mothers, and they raise their standards. It's like, you know what? I know what man I deserve for me and my daughter now. It's changed. The game has changed. Why? Why is it now changed? Shouldn't you be having these filters in place before you chose to sleep with one of these guys? But that's too logical for them. Ultimately, it is.
With you to go and enjoy your company.
I got a mixed feeling while watching this, as much as I consider this as a bunch of BS. It is hilarious as well. The level of delusion in modern women is second to none. Here's a single mom having standards for dating and giving men rules. I bet she is a new single mom. She has no idea how the game is played around here.
To see how things work, if we're compatible. I'm making an effort, so I expect you to make an effort. So don't just assume that I'm going to be able to drop off my child somewhere, because most likely I'm not. So unless you're offering to pay for the babysitter, I'm not going on that date. Also, offer to pay for the babysitter. That's going to make me more receptive to want to go and spend my time with you. And another thing, do not just assume that you can invite me and my daughter out. No, I do not introduce my daughter to guys. That's a no-no. So,
all right, now you shouldn't. You definitely shouldn't be doing that. You should not get this child accustomed to men coming in and out of her life. So at least you're doing that right. But then again, it's like here we have another woman asking for a man to pay for the babysitter on the first date. It's like you're already up front telling me you expect me to invest in a child that is not mine. You are out of your mind. It's ridiculous, man. Where are these? It's like the entitlement. Where does it come from? It's staggering. Maybe these women were spoiled growing up. Like they had a father who never told them no. Or you know what? Maybe they didn't have a father. And the cycle of single motherhood just continues.
There's that. And also, don't just assume that you're going to invite me out for drinks and I'm going to show up. What makes you think that I'm going to put my safety in jeopardy by drinking and driving? So unless you're going to offer to pick me up and drop me off or Uber me there and back, it's a no on the drinks during the week.
A single mom wants men to pay a babysitter for her child, to go on dates with her. Does anyone know which nation she is a crown princess of? Why won't men walk away from dating single mums? Surprisingly, single mums have standards and a checklist for men before they decide to go on a date with them. I find it as delusional as a 304 who thinks she deserves a high-value man.
304.
Like I said before, this is one of the few times when women agree with men.
So unless you're offering to pay for the babysitter, I'm not going on that date.
So I was a single mom myself, and I was in the dating game myself. I'm telling you, if you think you are a beautiful woman, have things going on in life, that you can just go get any guy you want, you might want to think twice. The label of single mom that we have on our forehead, the fact that we've been married, the fact that we already have children.
Yeah, but here's the thing. All right, so she's a single mom, and then this other woman is a single mom. Who do you think has a better chance of getting a guy? Obviously, it's going to be her. She has a better mindset. I'm not saying you should, but we all know there's a lot of men out there who, it's like over here in this corner of the internet, we're very savvy, and we understand the reasons why you shouldn't do it, and we're just kind of aware on this. We have an RP lens on, and we see through the bullshit with this, but there's a lot of men out there who don't. And a woman like this, who at least she still seems somewhat down to earth, her chances definitely are going to be higher than this other chick who expects you to pay for the babysitter on the first date. It's silly. It's silly. And I think we're starting to see more clips like this, more women expecting this and wanting this, because I do believe there are some people on TikTok. There's probably I think there's a single mother corner on TikTok, and you have these women kind of in a bubble, just hyping each other up. This single mother bubble on TikTok full of women hyping each other up and saying, you know what, yeah, that is right. That's right. If he really wants to, he would. If he's really into me, he will. He will pay for the babysitter. And these other women like, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. That's true. And then here we have it. It's just like, there's another one right here. She's talking about, you know what, if you really want to show interest, pay for the babysitter. No, why would I do that? You're not the one calling the shots here. You're the one with the kid, not me.
Children of our own from a different man. The fact that some of us might have to deal with co-parenting our crazy ex. It's really a baggage. A lot of men do not want those, to be honest.
Yeah, and she just brought up a great point. A lot of times we see these women talking about how they really are interested in toxic men and men who aren't good for them. And then a lot of times these guys end up impregnating these women, and that's the baby daddy. And then these women go along and start looking for a man to come in and step up and be the stepdaddy. And then also that guy, this new stepdaddy, is going to have to deal with this toxic guy that she was into in the first place. So that is just another great reason as to why you should avoid them. It's like their preference, their desire for these types of men could end up affecting your life as well. Their incompetency when it comes to picking good men is ultimately going to affect you as well, because you're going to have to deal with this guy coming and picking up and dropping off the kids, or maybe he's got anger issues and he's an asshole that you don't want to deal with. It's like that also is another part of it. So their lack of being able to screen for good men, or even being not traumatized and not damaged enough to where they don't actually want those men. It's like that is going to affect your life as well, because they're so bad at picking men. Their intuition, the female intuition they have is so poor, it could end up affecting you.
Single mothers don't understand that the second they get single mothers, even if they are good mothers, no one ever complains about that. It doesn't mean your value is not lower. The second you become a mother, your value in the marketplace of dating is completely lowered. Men do not prefer to be with women that have kids.
All modern women have standards for men. The 6x6x6 rule, which is 6 figures, 6-pack, and 6 feet tall, and many other irrelevant standards that we have come to finally accept. Seeing that we can't deal with it, we are either going our way or becoming a passport bro. We have said so much about it, and modern women are not ready to listen. So we said this is our standard as well. We can't settle with a woman who has body counts way over the roof, who has different kinds of baggage from different relationships and experiences. And we don't want an old woman who the wall is knocking on her door, already. And more importantly, we don't want a woman who is not submissive and cannot give us the peace of mind we desire. Now we talk about all this, and we are yet to add divorce to the main list when women who have either been divorced or wayward are coming out with kids, 2 kids, and 3 kids, and they are also dropping standards in the modern dating scene.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
I find it really stupid when I see men trying to make it a point that single mother standards are way too high. But wouldn't you think that a good mother or a good woman, period, would want the best for her children and want the best around her children?
I mean,
Damn
yeah,
it.
that makes sense.
What has the world turned men into? Do we look like a pet Frenchie? A single mother having all of the terrible qualities men are avoiding in modern women is saying if a man can't do this, if a man can't do that, men, shut the fuck up. Single mums are the class of women who are dependent the most. They find it hard to work and take care of their kids. They are all over the internet crying. They love the child, and they know they made a mistake, either because they divorced their husband or left all the good men following them to go and open their legs for Chad. Now this is supposed to be the most humble set among modern women.
Whenever I'm able to rest a lot more, and right now I'm not able to do so as much because, again, I'm doing this by myself. I am a single mom.
Now it's messed up to see these women demanding men to buy extra takeaway for their kids on dates, and some even bring the kids along on the dates and make the man look stupid. The whole truth is that if men are walking away from modern women at a distance of 1,000 meters, they are running from modern women at thousands of meters. There are many reasons why single mums are making men walk away, and we will discuss a few of them here. They are so important that they can determine the mental and financial well-being of a man settling down with a single mom.
If you don't want to end up heartbroken or broke AF, there are 5 things you need to know before you date a single mom. Number 1, you're not her priority. She's got a kid, the kid's the priority. Kids require a lot of attention just to keep the little beasts alive and unharmed. Just the tip number 2, if she's a crappy mom, she's not a keeper. If she can't even care about her kid, she's not going to be able to care about you. Just the tip number 3, it's a package deal. Even if she's an amazing woman, no matter what, if she's coming out of a split or if she's a single mom, she's got baggage. We've all got baggage, but she's got extra baggage. Which brings us to just the tip number 4. You're not my daddy. I know if you...
What you'll notice a lot of times is women will often say, these single women, they will say, if a man is going to come into my life and he isn't going to make it better, and he's going to add more stress, then why on earth would I want to date a guy? I'm more than happy to be alone and single, and if he's going to come in and add more stress, then he's got to go. You know, I hear that very frequently. But then men will say, okay, we don't want to date single moms because they come with a lot of baggage. All of a sudden, it's like, that's a problem. So, I mean, yeah, you know, again, what you have here is just the double standards, and it doesn't make sense. Like there are double standards out there that make sense, but then there are some double standards that do not make sense and are just a part of gynocentrism. And women being empowered to have standards and boundaries, and men being demonized and shamed if they do too, is one of those double standards that doesn't make any sense and is literally just gynocentrism.
If you've ever dated a single mom, you've heard that. Just the tip number 5, baby daddy is also part of the package deal.
That's right.
Unless baby daddy died, he's still in the picture, even if he isn't.
That's right.
You have to pay attention to that statement, broke AF. The fact is, it rarely ends well for men. Both men and women agree on this.
When you're a guy and you make money, you want to put and invest your money in your offspring, not in other people's offspring. Yeah, that's just the natural way of the world. That's how things go. Men typically want to take care of their own children. Now,
what if she's a millionaire and she helps and builds an empire with that man?
Okay, well, even better. If you're a millionaire, you're going to probably want a guy that's a millionaire too, right?
Exactly, but who said anything about a broke guy?
Yeah, but okay, good. So what do millionaires have that are men?
But my thing is, like...
Hold on, answer the question. What do men have that are millionaires? Options, which means they can date girls that aren't millionaires and be happy. You, on the other hand, can't date a broke guy and be happy. So they can get a girl that's 21, that isn't a millionaire, that doesn't have children, that can give him a family, and he won't have to take on someone else's kids.
I tell guys that they should never spend so much on a girl even for fun. If you don't expect to have her as the mother of your children, you can buy yourself a good meal or a game ticket instead. This is not about being able to afford to treat a girl or not. This is about not wasting resources on a pussy. You won't be the first, nor will you be the last to visit there. This is exactly what it looks like when a single mom expects a man to raise her kids. This is synonymous with paternity fraud. The difference is that you are aware of it, and you allowed yourself to be robbed in the daylight
Fair point,
by
actually.
someone who cares about her child than you, no matter what you do for that child.
Interesting. Being a single, what did he say? Synonymous with paternity fraud, being a stepfather, dating a single mom. That's a pretty good point, actually. Synonymous with paternity fraud, but you're just aware of it.
Men don't want to play this game. You raise the child and take care of him, and he grows to be successful, and the baby daddy comes out of nowhere and lays claims on the child, and the child's mother bluntly tells you to hand over the child to her father. These are extreme cases, but it's things that are happening all over the world. Men are not willing to farm another man's plot. It's a stupid thing to do. Another reason why men avoid single mums is because you can never be her priority. The kids are always going to come before you. If you try to make things different, you get caught in the fire. The third reason is the influence of the baby daddy in your relationship. Besides the kids, which is enough of an issue, you also have to deal with the baby daddy. Don't take it as a surprise. If you find out she is still sleeping with her baby daddy, it's what you signed up for. If the baby daddy is not dead, you have him to deal with. The third reason is that you can never discipline the child as your own, no matter how much resources you invest in the child. If the child does not remind you that you are not her father, the mother will. The fourth reason is that many single mums are not keepers. A very large percentage of single mums are single mums by choice. They left their man intentionally, either because of money or a flimsy excuse, and some are single mum because they wanted to keep the father of the child spending on them, so they made sure he got them pregnant. There was a trending story of an influencer who wanted to impregnate herself with Drake's used condom without knowing that he had added hot sauce to it. This is how it is.
True.
With many single moms, they bring themselves into that situation, and the kids don't make them become a better person. The kids make them more desperate. So if you need someone who would sincerely care about you, don't go for a single mom. Now, considering all of these risks, I wonder what single moms have standards for. The risk already outweighs the benefit, and you still expect me to check your damn boxes. Get out of my face. That's all for today on manhood. If you enjoyed this video, you might also like my previous video.
So a video did yesterday, we were talking about the wall, and I was kind of emphasizing how that term has somewhat become mainstream. And you know what? I was thinking about it, and it's like, well, the RP space itself has become quite mainstream. Like even men avoiding single mothers has become a well-known thing. So it's like they're hearing about the wall. They're hearing about men avoiding single moms and the downfalls of pursuing single mothers and getting with them. Just kind of seems like things. It's like, man, what this is. While on the surface, people might get offended by it, and they might think we are just being misogynists and we don't like women, which isn't true at all, at least for me. What actually is happening here is we are kind of chipping away at a lot of the nonsense that has been pushed on these women and men. Is like we're telling these women the truth. The truth is just seeping into the mainstream, and you're seeing all these reactions from people because it's counter to what they've been told. It is a little bit offensive to some people, and it is not very flattering for women. It's like, it's, in a way, we are chipping away at gynocentrism by simply creating this content getting views, it being shared across multiple platforms, it being impressed upon people when they scroll, it's going into the consciousness of humans walking the planet. So in a way, the content itself is the solution. The awareness is the solution. So I thought that was interesting, and it just kind of seems like a lot of these concepts, a lot of the things that we talk about, it's kind of becoming mainstream. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, I'll leave it there. I appreciate you for watching the video, and if you made it this far, and I'll see you in the next one.